Yes, Madden, my favorite franchise, probably ever gaming wise. It has seen a really bad decline over the past few years, and it's been amplified certainly in some of the previous ones. From the current gen games literally being copy and paste like I showed in this video, to me going back to old Maddens to see if they still even hit the same, to see if it's some of the things I'll be talking in this video. But yeah, today I'll be going over on just why Madden doesn't hit the same as it used to from years ago. And yeah, if you guys like this type of video style, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first point I'm gonna bring up is franchise fatigue, and that is like the main one, because franchise fatigue is big. Because I mean, obviously, like it says, you're tired of a franchise. So an example of this would be like Prime Fortnite. Prime Fortnite, you could not hear a complaint at all. Like, it was just praise for the game, praise for the developers. But as the more the years went on, the more people got tired of little mistakes. They expected perfection, and they just ended their honeymoon phase. And as for Madden, I say the honeymoon phase, it's really just depended with them adding big stuff. Because to be honest, since I want to say Madden 20 was the last time they made a huge like change. I mean, obviously next gen, I'll get to that later, but I'll say there's really been nothing new to keep us entertained wise. Because I mean, abilities, nobody likes them. And one example to show that no one fucking likes them is in college football. Everyone loves that the abilities aren't really that huge. X factors, they're a good idea in thought, but in practicality, they're not that good. So also to do with franchise fatigue, it's just this I don't know how to describe it. It's just you've had this franchise. Okay, hold on, let me erase that part. To add on to the franchise fatigue part, this franchise has been. What is this? Madden is an old game. The first game ever came out was 1989, and we're in 2024. Which, I mean, that's a long time, but for at least the modern players, been playing from at least Madden 16. At least that's where I started. So it's been 10 years with this franchise. Fatigue is certainly setting in. Do I still play this as more than any other game? Sure, but that doesn't mean I'm enjoying it. Another reason why is just due to the lack of effort from EA. Like, big gameplay issues will take months on months. EA, and what I mean by EA is sometimes they take from weeks to months to patch big gameplay glitches. Like the zone glitch took like 3 weeks to patch. And if you didn't know, the zone glitch was where if you pump fake, all your fucking blue zones would just drop no matter what. They would just stop playing their assignments. They would just start to rush towards the quarterback, which I mean, it's bad because you literally can't play a fucking specific zone. With them taking that long, they'll end up fixing a coin glitch in Ultimate Team in seconds, as it feels like. It takes them less than an hour to do all that. And it just feels like it's just a lack of effort from EA. EA just really doesn't, they don't really care that much to fix the gameplay, and it just really doesn't help if the gameplay is bad. If the gameplay is good and it's like tolerable, but I don't know, after playing college football, Madden's gameplay just doesn't seem as explosive as it does. Even though them adding all the whole new boom tech, that skill move thing, it just doesn't feel like it really did a thing. The next thing I want to say that makes this game just doesn't feel is just repetitiveness. It feels like we're getting the same. I mean, hey, comparing 25 to 24 is different, but it had felt like for the past like 2-3 years before then that it just felt the same. Like, I mean, obviously current gen is it's not getting changed. If you expected it to get changed, I don't know what to tell you. I literally made a video on it, my biggest video, which love y'all for the support for that one. But still, it's just the game just feels repetitive. Madden, I don't know. I mean, there's only so much things you could do with the football game, but it's been a long time since they made a huge like change, like with abilities. Because the boom tech stuff is fine, but it just feels like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it really did that much. Like the juking stuff is sort of fine, but I don't know, I feel like we were due for some, like a big gameplay change. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is the modes, and it just feels like the more and more Madden tries to do, the more they fail, and they're afraid to try to add something new. So I'll say this, the only mode really worth that keeps people on more than like an hour is Ultimate Team, which I'll make a full video on Ultimate Team because that is way too much for me to cover. And plus, I have more experience for Ultimate Team. But other than that, franchise mode, yes, they're finally starting to make improvements after like fucking who knows how long since like Madden 21. Road to what? I don't even do. That's how bad. I don't even know what the fuck the career mode is called. It's like Superstar mode, which is basically the yard, which was what it was first called, but basically like 2K Park. If they put more into that mode would be good. I'm making a full video on that one because that mode I had some of the most fun last year playing, but I went on it this year and it just felt like it was just a copy and paste. They didn't do anything to the field. It just felt the same. And that mode, yeah, that mode it's the park mode, which that's the only reason why 2K has not an advantage, but like game mode wise, they have a little bit advantage over Madden because it's like, oh, if you don't like Ultimate Team and spending fucking thousands of dollars on cards, you could spend thousands of dollars on one fucking player. But at least for Madden, it's easy to upgrade. So I'll just say that. And then the other modes, Superstar mode, which I made a video about too, which I mean, sorry for me plugging my content, but I mean, that's kind of what the fuck I gotta do. But I made a video on that mode, and ever since like Madden 21, that was when they stopped updating. Madden 20, that was probably the most fun mode in the game, because there was like rappers and everything on there. There was so much like different types of players, and it was like, okay, it's pretty fun to play with. But ever since, they just stopped being creative with it, and it's just a mode they left to die, which is sad because that mode was actually really fucking good. But and I don't know if I'm missing any other modes, because I know they added back in Gauntlet, which the Gauntlet on here I don't like, but I don't like the Gauntlet mode on here because it's just a bunch of like the QB practice mode shit. It's not like the old ones, and you'll see that in me doing the old gen Gauntlet. I can't talk. I'm going off script, by the way, which I have a very tiny fucking script I already basically finished. But yeah, there's really nothing enticing to keep the gameplay, to keep the player base in tune with all the different game modes, because it just was like, outside of Ultimate Team, you're not really playing any other mode more than an hour at most, which that's not good. Because franchise is fun for a while, but it just they're just like, okay, cool, whatever. I would rather play Dynasty mode on college football, because at least it's like your players are leaving constantly and all that other stuff. And obviously there's regs, like normal regular, like head-to-head on the online, but at the same time there's really nothing to grind there other than, oh, do you want to just show if you're better than your friend or not. But also, one bigger reason why Madden just doesn't hit the same is we're just a lot older now. A lot of the Maddens we loved, we were young. Those are some of our first experiences with a Madden game. Like my favorite game of all time, Madden 16. That was my first ever Madden game. Like, and obviously you're gonna have bias towards your first ever game, which is, it's gonna show. But it just, I don't know, it just feels like some of these games don't give the experience of that, but at the same time we're a lot older, a lot different experiences. And talking about different experiences, it just feels like EA has struggled to innovate this game. They don't really try to, they just really take out a bunch of stuff and then they add it back in years later. So I have a feeling like next year we're gonna see that one shit from Madden. I don't know if it was Madden 18 or 19, the one, like, I don't know what it's called, but it lets you, like, custom pass, if that makes sense. Like, you gotta press L2, I think, or, you gotta press L1, and it lets you, like, throw the ball where you wanted it. So, like, I don't know, that's a weird feature, but I feel like EA's gonna implement it and call it some, like, new shit, but I wouldn't leave that in EA's realm to do. But it just feels like there's no innovation. Like, I get it. Now, hopefully next year they will with the new, because how this game is completely different from the other one. Like, even if you look at it visually, it's just far and away different, even though I have my game on performance mode. But the failure to innovate doesn't keep the player base on for a long time. Players will log in day one and just be like, I guess the same old fucking Madden, and then they just log out instantly. And speaking of innovation, let's just straight up talk about the gameplay. I think I talked about the gameplay a little bit earlier. I might have already fully said it, but this Madden gameplay, it's not satisfying. Comparing it to college football, which we had a month before this game, it's a night and day difference. College football moves more fluidly, it just moves faster. It's a more faster paced game, while Madden is a lot slower, which realism, okay, yeah, for realism's sake, it's like, okay, you can understand it, they make less mistakes, but when you have a bunch of bullshit happening like this, it just makes you think, okay, what is the trade-off? Why would I play this game over college football? I get it. Oh, okay, you want to play with your NFL teams, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I just don't get it, to be honest. So with there being uninteresting game modes, terrible gameplay, just nothing really to do outside of Ultimate Team, it just leaves this game just feeling like, why do I still play it? And for me, I still play for two reasons. One, because I love football, and two, because I do this for YouTube, and hopefully this is a career I can get into. And but outside of that, for the average person, or just the casual player, why even play this game? Why even try to get good at it if there's no incentive to get good? Because with the amount of luck this game revolves around, you just have to hope you're luckier than the other person. It's the winners decide who is luckier, and who gets unlucky is the only reason why you're gonna lose. Because not only have they been patching glitches left and right, they're patching formations. I mean, hey, plays are good, like glitch plays, like those annoying blitzes are good, but at the same time, certain ones, you're just out scheming the player and they're just complaining. So with saying all of that, how would EA improve this game to take it to how it used to be? Well, just start off, just innovate. If you make the game, if you innovate, try to do some big strides, because there hasn't been any big strides since. All the big strides have been engines. We've switched engines like 3 fucking times over since this entire next gen, because the first time they didn't get it right, the second time it just didn't. I don't know, the second time wasn't bad, it was just a step forward, and then this one, if they can build upon it, it'll be good. But they haven't taken any big strides in modes, because looking back at my series, which I'm doing right now, with going back on previous Maddens and seeing if they still hit, which I recorded the Madden 17 one yesterday, I think, or like 2 days ago, but I uploaded the Madden 16 one. But the one thing I noticed is they all have one big standout mode, not a feature, a mode, because Madden 16 is draft champions, which is still technically in the game. It's just locked behind Ultimate Team and like a certain game mode. Madden 17's was franchise, Madden 18's was long shot, Madden 19's was, they didn't really have a mode, it was just an improved long shot. Madden 20 had 2. They had QB1, which was the career mode, Superstar KO, which didn't come out at launch, but it was still like a big selling point after. And that was where Madden reached its peak. That's where I felt like Madden, it peaked at. Madden peaked right then and there. It's just been on a decline since. Obviously, that's what peaked means. But Madden 21, there was no selling point because, well, first off, it was a COVID year, so I don't know if I can still say COVID, but I might block it. But it was that year, 2020. Obviously, the game wasn't fully finished, but Madden 21 current gen was just Madden 25. And next gen, there was really no selling point behind next gen. It was just the fact, oh, it's a next gen game. You should have won it because it's new, even though more players still played current, because current was just better. But I feel like with lately Madden failures, they have just been scared to make any types of big improvement or big risk, if that makes sense. Which you have to take risks to get rewards. I'm not gonna go on some motivational shit. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. Just fucking take the risk. There's no point not to. I would rather have an impressive failure like Transit over just the same repetitive cycleness. With all that being said, if you guys have any other, if you just wanna, I don't know, not debate, but wanna, I don't know, discuss on how Madden could get better, comment down below. I'll be responding, obviously, liking comments. If you guys want an in-depth video, like I could make like a 40-something minute video going over every Madden mistake. Right now, I had sort of a script that I just kind of went off of. Like I went off script because I just improv a lot of my videos because I can't really fucking follow a script without sounding robotic as shit. But yeah, that's just what I think Madden is, the current state, why it doesn't hit the same. It's just lack of innovation, the same boring game mode, everything like that. So if you guys like this video, like my content, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that if you guys like it. If you guys don't, well then If this is your final time seeing me, God bless you, all that. Have a good life, and yeah, I don't know how to end these videos, but